Hey Taurus, welcome to your love and romance reading for April 2023. This is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and of course Venus. This is love and romance after all, so we will include the Venus Collective. We're going to see what's coming up here in love and romance for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the month of April 2023. Please keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Oh, I gotta light a new candle. That's gonna drive me nuts here. Okay, we got a fresh candle in there. We're gonna connect here and we're gonna see what messages are coming up here for the Taurus collective. Ooh, first card we have the Four of Wands. This can come up in a few different ways, my darlings. Okay. Four of Wands in tarot traditionally can be like accepting opportunities to events. So those of you who are single, you've been longing for a relationship, Four of Wands can come up to say, look, your angels and guides, universe is aligning things for you to meet this person, but you're going to have to show up to things. You might get invitations to things and you might be like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. But Four of Wands is saying, look, this is a part of it. You're being led and aligned to meet a significant soulmate. Libra also got Four of Wands, so some of you could be dealing with a Libra. If you have Libra placements, you may want to check out that video here for April for Love and Romance. Four of Wands can also be marriage. And so some of you may be planning a wedding or talking about getting engaged, talking about getting married, or meeting the person that you're going to marry. A relationship may be advancing in that way. And Four of Wands has a really special meaning for me in my readings. A lot of the times I see the Four of Wands come up for people when you're breaking out of like the cycles and the patterns of lovers, right? Like maybe you've had really strong connections here with people where you feel, oh my gosh, I feel such a soulmate connection with this person. We're so in tune. There's so much affection. We care about each other. The chemistry is amazing. The physical intimacy is amazing. But this relationship never moves forward. It's because even though there can be a strong past life connection, even though there can be a strong soulmate connection, in this lifetime, you're not on the same path. You don't have the same goals. You don't have the same priorities, principles. So you were not able to build a foundation. This is someone where like your friends and family and their friends and family can't get together. They don't really mesh. They don't really merge. You're not like doing the same things. And so it's hard in the daylight, in the everyday reality to do things together because you're on different paths, even though there's a strong connection. So when I see Four of Wands, this is someone that you're going to be able to have mutual friends with. This is somebody that you're going to be able to have around friends and family, and vice versa. This is somebody that you're going to have a foundation with, that you can make a home with. So some of you are breaking out of that cycle of lovers and finding yourself with someone that, hey, we can actually hang out together. We can actually socialize together. We can actually run errands together and do things for daily life together because there's a sense of home and there's a sense of foundation with this person. The next card that's coming up here for the Taurus collective is the Four of Pentacles. Now we have four repeating twice, okay? The angel number 4 is a number that comes up to tell us things are aligning. Things are happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of that are bringing things together. There's blessings coming down the pipeline. Some of you might be very single and you might say, I don't know where this person's going to come from, Amethyst. Your angels and guides are already on it. They're already directing the two of you together. They're already bringing the two of you together. So 4 is a number that emphasizes all is being brought together for you. All is being brought together in your favor, for your stability. The things that you're hoping for are baking right now. They're cooking. You know, the universe is cooking something up with the number 4. and your angels and guides are sending you comfort and reassurance. Four of Pentacles can come up when we're worried about money. We might be worried about money. We might be worried about finances. We might be kind of like guarding ourselves and guarding, like having walls up. But with the Four of Wands, this is saying this is not something for you to be concerned about, right? This person that's coming in isn't coming in because of your bank account. This person who's coming in isn't coming in because they're expecting things from you financially, right? Like this is somebody coming in where there's a sense of joy. There's a sense of enjoying being together. There's a togetherness, a connection, right? So it's not coming down to the money, right? If you want people that are going to be in your life for the right reasons, that aren't taking advantage, you have to stop putting yourself in that position of, oh, well, I don't have anything to offer because, I haven't hit my financial goals yet. It's not about that, right? In fact, we can hit those goals together with the right person, or we can work towards things together with the right person. Four of Pentacles is also a card that comes up for me when somebody is being very protective of their physical resources. So it could be someone who's very careful about sharing their space, sharing their home. Sometimes it's a card that comes up for me when somebody is very protective of their, I shouldn't say protective, but they're being very selective about who they're sharing their body with. So Four of Pentacles comes up for me a lot of the times when somebody is like in a intentional celibacy or intentional abstinence from physical intimacy. And I specify intentional because sometimes people are abstinent or they're not active in physical intimacy, but it's because they just can't seem to find anybody that they like, or the people that they want to be with aren't interested in that way in them, or they have fears, or they have insecurities, or they have like traumas, and so like they want to but they can't. That's not what I'm talking about. Four of Pentacles for me is somebody who, like, they have the physical drive, they have the physical desire, they're not afraid of it, they have options, they have people that they could be intimate with, but they're deciding they don't want to be because they may be claiming back their space. They may be seeing it as like a cleansing or a clearing, or just being very selective about, like, well, the next person I'm going to be physically intimate with, it's not going to be a hookup. It's not going to just be somebody that I'm, hanging out with momentarily. And maybe this is you, Taurus. Maybe you're in this energy. Maybe you're deciding you're being very selective who you're, being physical with. You could be dealing with someone who is going slow because they are like, well, I don't want to be physically intimate unless I know that this is going to be a real connection, or this is something that has a future, or there's commitment here, there's affection here. So some of you in a newer relationship may be taking the physical stuff slow because one of you, or maybe even both of you, is deciding that that's something you are saving for commitment. And so there could be kind of this, I don't know if I want to say old fashioned vibe to it, but definitely a sense of like, moving things slow in the physical intimacy department. The next card that's coming up here for the Taurus collective is the Tower. Okay, so this could be Scorpio energy. And that comes up a lot in my readings for Taurus and Scorpio, because I know so many of you have Scorpio and Taurus placements. So I always say this: if you have Scorpio placements, this could mean that there's big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. That is like gonna be a blessing or a positive thing happening for you in love life, or aligning you with a significant soulmate. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio that might be a significant soulmate, and it might not be their sun sign. Maybe they're a Scorpio moon, a rising, or a Venus. But this could be an astrological placement here for some of you. Tower, though, regardless of astrological sign, Tower is a permanent change, a permanent shift that's pushing us out of our comfort zone. Okay, So sometimes this could be a connection that's coming in, even though we've been really wanting it. We're like, well, I didn't think it was going to happen now. I didn't think it was just going to fall from the sky all of a sudden. You know, like the door popped open. And you're like, I don't know if I want to walk through the door. Yes, I've been banging on the door. I've been kicking the door. I've been shouting for someone to open the door. But I've been doing that forever. I didn't know it was going to open now. You know, so there could be a sense here of where like it's pushing us out of our comfort zone, and we're like, I don't like. There could be fear around this with the Tower card, like just very suddenly and like pushing us out of our comfort zone. And because it's a permanent change, it's a permanent shift. The Tower is telling us things aren't going to go back to the way that they were before. It could also be, Tower can sometimes be really, really intense physical chemistry, or like the physical dynamic between two people can be really intense, like in a good way. So this could be this. I don't know if some of you maybe have been having issues to reach that finish line, reach that happy place. There could be something here in this connection where you're able to have that climax. If you've been feeling like that's been a challenge for you in your love life, this could be something that is being resolved in this connection, where it's just like that flow is there, that chemistry is there. It can also be like climax energy, the Tower. Just putting that out there. We're going to pull clarifiers around the Tower, because I know it's a card that scares a lot of people. So sometimes they're like, you're just being positive. Let's pull clarifiers. Let's ease the fears. Why is the Tower here for the Taurus collective? Clarifier 1, clarifier 2, clarifier 3. Clarifier 1 is the Fool. Now we got all kinds of major arcana cards coming up. I don't know. This is, if you're familiar with tarot, this might not ease your mind, but it's still a good thing. We have another major arcana. We have the Hermit. I'm sorry, I had to laugh. It's like, Amethyst, get the heck out of here. Okay, this is gonna make you feel better for sure. 6 of Wands. Okay. Well, you guys know me. When I see the major arcana cards coming in back to back, I kind of jokingly say buckle up, buttercup, because major arcana cards coming in back to back in my readings mean there's going to be big changes in a short period of time that are causing us to face our insecurities, our fears. It's a moment of growth. And the 6 of Wands is telling us this is going to be good. There's a happy ending here, but the change is also scary. Embracing the opportunity is scary. And there could be challenges, as with any connection, but 6 of Wands is overcoming those challenges. Okay? It's victory. One of the keywords for the 6 of Wands is victory. The Fool card and the Hermit card are both very significant cards for me coming up as clarifiers for the Tower. Fool card is like a leap of faith. Like I said, you didn't think the door was going to open now, but it's open and you're just going to go for it. You're taking this leap of faith. But the Fool card also for me comes up in love readings when there might be a lot of differences between two people, where it might not look like it was going to work out, but there's a strong past life connection. There's a strong soul connection. There's a familiarity. There's a sense of home when these people are around each other. And even though there might be a lot of differences, there could be stark differences in upbringing, in physical appearance, in age. Like, you all might be opposites in a lot of different ways. And so people might say, I don't see how this would ever work. But you're opposite in the perfect ways that are bringing the two of you together. You are opposite in the ways that strengthen this relationship. Where you have weaknesses, they have strengths. Where they have weaknesses, you have strengths. And so when the two of you come together, there's nothing that you can't do. So this could be the kind of relationship that people might look at and say, I give them 2 months. Yet these are the people that are going to be celebrating, golden anniversaries together. So it's a relationship that works because of the connection and because of the way that you all are opposites. It's opposites in a complementary way. Um, the Hermit card could be Virgo energy. Some of you could be dealing with a significant soulmate who may be Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But the Hermit card also for me is like shared experiences in the terms of like your path. You all might be a mirror for each other. Like you see one another in each other. And so there's a very healing aspect to that. Feeling seen, feeling understood, feeling like someone can relate to you and you can relate to them. That sort of mirror dynamic here with the Hermit coming up. And as I said, Six of Wands is victory. So whatever the challenges are here, you're going to overcome them, right? And so Taurus, the clarifiers coming in with the Tower are just basically saying that this is an opportunity for something real, something stable, something permanent. Should you choose to accept it, but again, it's kind of like, the door opened up and you wanted it to open up, but it kind of startled you when it opened up. And the universe may be aligning things to push you through the door. Like, come on, let's get going, Taurus, kind of thing here. So permanent change that could be pushing us out of our comfort zone. The next card that's coming up here for the Taurus collective is the Three of Pentacles. So even though it's big changes and big shifts in a short period of time, Three of Pentacles can tell us we're still pacing ourselves, right? We're not talking about, jumping in the car or jumping in a plane and like going to Vegas and eloping all of a sudden. Like Three of Pentacles is still a sense of planning, working together, creating a foundation, building upon that foundation. So it could be more so that this is something that is serious in terms of commitment. But when it comes to like the practicality, the things of like having a home together. And when I say having a home together, it could be a studio, could be an apartment. I don't mean specifically like buying a house, but for some of you that could be a goal. Whatever the case, whatever that future is gonna be like, whatever the intertwining of physical assets or legal marriage or things like that. You might take your time. You might take your time towards that kind of thing as you're building this foundation, as you're coming to this understanding. But Three of Pentacles gives me a sense that this is a very practical person. You may also be in your practical energy. And even though it might seem like this is something coming out of nowhere or you all are opposites, you're working together, you're talking together, you're agreeing about the foundational things, the same priorities, the same principles, the same goals, and working towards making that happen and having that come in here together. The next card that's coming up here for the Taurus collective is the Four of Swords. So there could be a temporary separation here between the two of you. Four of Swords could be time apart. Okay, so maybe some of you are choosing to spend time apart. Maybe there's a sense here of like, especially with the Four of Pentacles, maybe you all are deciding that there aren't going to be sleepovers or there aren't going to be like long periods of time spent together. Like the emotions here might be very intense. So there could be a sense here of like, we're going to move the physical aspect slowly. We're going to move the, merging of lives slowly and talk and plan. And so because the emotions are so intense, though the commitment is here, there may be kind of pacing yourselves with physical time spent together or physical milestones. Four of Swords is also a card that comes up for me in my readings when emotionally, mentally, spiritually, sometimes even physically, somebody's been through the ringer. It could be you, Taurus. You could have been through a lot. Your person could have been through a lot. And so a lot needs to be processed and released to really embrace this relationship and move forward. So we may need alone time. We may need space as vulnerability is coming to the surface, as past experiences are coming to the surface, and spend time in prayer and meditation to strengthen our faith and to recuperate so we could be ready to handle the intensity of emotional intimacy. I'm getting a really interesting message here. It's not going to be for all of you, but I feel some of you need to grieve someone that you wanted to be here for this. You know, maybe there's somebody that has passed away and you always wanted to have them around, or like when you thought about love, it made you sad that this person is not going to see me, have my own life. This person's not going to see all the things that I accomplish. This person's never going to see me, find true love or get married, or if you're going to have children, this person's never going to like meet my kids. And so there could be a sense here where maybe for some of you, Taurus, this has been the block. Maybe you've just felt like this person's not around, and maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a grandparent, maybe it's someone or maybe it could be a best friend, whatever the case. It may have kind of stopped you from reaching for things because there's this guilt. There's this guilt of, I can't achieve. I can't be successful. I can't be happy. I can't have big milestones because I didn't do it while this person was around. And since this person isn't around anymore, like, what's the point? And so some of you are having to heal that and release that. And, it's my belief that this person is watching from the spiritual realm, and they're going to see these things. They're going to see you reach these milestones. They're going to see you have success. But some of you maybe kind of have to grieve that this person's not going to be here physically, to allow yourself to embrace this connection, this relationship, this opportunity in your life. You may want to check out your other placements. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than whatever the placement this might be for you. There's a playlist in the description that will take you to the other love readings. There's also a playlist that will take you to the weekly forecasts. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, or there's links, I should say, that will take you to my scheduling page where you can schedule a private reading with me at calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful April ahead. Hope to see you in the dailies and weeklies. Take care and be well.